It is looking like that perfect football weather outside right now. It's kind of cooler, nip in the air as the sun goes down.
Yeah, not true maybe football weather. Again, Grace was talking about it. It's still a little warm out there. Temperatures in the low 80s even for the first week of October. But 24 hours from now, it is going to feel much, much different across the Carolinas. Finally going to feel like fall. We've had some cooler mornings getting down into the middle 50s. But this is real, true Canadian air on the way for the Carolinas once we get to really the second half of your Saturday and beyond. I'm really going to see those cold temperatures start to come in early on your Sunday morning. Right now, though, still fairly warm out there. 82 degrees here just after 4 o'clock now. Independence Boulevard, a light breeze out of the south-southwest. Currently at 6 miles an hour. High school football forecast at kickoff at 7. Those temperatures will start to come down into the middle 70s. A shower is possible, so maybe take the poncho or an umbrella just in case, but we're not going to be seeing too much in the way of wet weather, especially during the early evening hours. We'll talk about that more in a second. Over the weekend, you can just see the impacts of this front that's going to be moving through. Only a high of 73 on Saturday. Sunday, though, middle 60s for the high. Low temperatures as you wake up, maybe you're heading to any services Sunday morning, only going to be in the middle 40s. Current conditions across the Carolinas right now, again, a lot of sort of cumulus clouds. A couple of times we'll see maybe a few drops try to fall from those clouds, but not seeing too much in the way of wet weather. Though watching this complex of clouds out ahead of the front making its way through eastern Tennessee, that might push in some showers later on this evening. We zoom out, we turn on temperatures here. You can see the impact behind the front. It's 77 in Nashville versus 64 in St. Louis, only 51 degrees. At Chicago O'Hare right now. This air is coming straight from central Canada and into the southeast over the next day or so. Futurecast, we go through the evening hours tonight. Most of us will stay dry if you're going to be out and about during the early evening hours. If you're a night owl, maybe like Brian, just kidding, but we'll see maybe a couple of showers here as we head through the overnight hours into the early morning hours on your Saturday. This is 5:15 here. Again, a couple of hit and miss showers if you really got to get up early in the morning, but really by about 8, 9 o'clock, this wet weather is gone, and we'll see the sunshine quickly move in, not too dissimilar from what we saw this morning. But the big difference is going to be there's going to be some much cooler weather behind those clouds. 2:45, middle of the afternoon, we're only in the low 70s here across the Carolinas. Up in the mountains, you're only in the lower 50s. That's about as warm as you're going to get tomorrow afternoon. Then once the sun goes down, that cooler air continues to push in. Notice our temperatures continue to fall, and by the time you're waking up, temperatures are down in the mid-40s all across the Carolinas. Patchy frost will be possible up in the mountains. What's going to help to bring in that cooler air? Some breezy conditions. We're not talking wind advisories, but definitely going to be a little blustery here across the Carolinas as we go throughout your Saturday afternoon. Could see some wind gusts, maybe upwards of 25 miles an hour here in Charlotte. Up in the mountains, though, will be somewhat windy. Wind gusts to 35 miles per hour are possible there. Now, those winds will die down for the Roval 400 on Sunday, but just make sure you take a jacket. Lots of sunshine, but temperatures only going to be in the middle 60s. As for the next 12 hours tonight, still going to be fairly mild out there. Even as we go through the later evening hours with a couple of those hit and miss showers, temperatures still going to be in the mid to upper 60s. Low temperatures tonight, not too dissimilar from what we've seen over the past few days. This is still out ahead of the front. Piedmont, probably about 59 or so here in the QC. We push up foothills. We see those temperatures in the mid-50s. But once we get up into the mountains where that cooler does start to move in before sunrise tomorrow, you see it much chillier down into the lower 40s around Beach Mountain and mid-40s for Boone and Jefferson. Out the door tomorrow, take a jacket and be prepared to deal with a little bit of a breeze out there. It's going to be much cooler, highs only in the lower 70s. Only getting up to 73 in Charlotte, low to mid-50s for the mountains. You will need coats in the higher elevations. Elsewhere, though, upper 60s to low 70s. Pinpoint 7-day forecast. Another very chilly start on your Monday morning as well as you head back to work. Dry sunshine for most of next week. Watching our next potential front towards the end of the week. Still some fuzzy details there, but that will be likely our next chance for some more wet weather, Brian.
All right, we need that, but so looking forward to these chilly temperatures this weekend.